What's going on, guys? In this video I'm going to show you my steps for getting rich and the way not to get rich. So I'm going to go through the 3 steps of actually making large sums of money and the steps to take and the steps to avoid. So the 3 steps are mainly, number 1, do not get a 9-to-5 job. If you can avoid a 9-to-5 job at all costs, avoid that 9-to-5 job. I've been a lifeguard. I was a lifeguard for 5 years. I did waiting tables, which is better. I sold Christmas trees. That's not going to make you enough money to be able to do step number 2. So step number 1 is get a sales job. Okay, start selling something. And if you can get around somebody who's already in a successful business, if you're already in a business that's doing $1 million a year, that's a great way to just get in and start making cash immediately, because you don't necessarily need to start from scratch. In fact, I don't recommend starting from scratch. I recommend, as step number 1, get a job in a business that is already successful, learn how it runs, do the sales, start talking to people, and start making money. With sales, you can easily cross $10,000 a month, and there's really no cap to it. Like, I know people who are doing $100,000 a month with sales. You can make as much money as you want. I know people who are doing more than $100,000 a month with sales. Okay, so number 1 is get a sales job and get it around people who are already successful. Get it in a good business, okay? And if you need help with that, we literally have a community with like 6,000 people who are all entrepreneurs, and half of them want to build their own business. Find one that's successful, join them, help them out, and scale their business. And I literally teach people for free how to become closers, how to do it. And so if you need help with that, I'll probably put a link in the description. Just join that. It's literally completely free. So number 1, now you've got the sales job. The reason for this sales job is because it's the best way to make money in 2024. And all of that residual income, all that extra cash goes into step number 2. Now, this is for the young men or women, but mainly young men who are risky. They want to get rich. They haven't made their first $1 million or even 6 figures yet, and they really want to get there. And I believe that it is extremely important to get there, because if you talk to millionaires, they'll tell you once you have $1 million, once you have 10 million, it's very easy to get a 10% return on your investment. A 10% return on your investment over 10 million bucks is $1 million bucks. On $1 million bucks is 100,000. You can easily make $100,000 a year literally just by putting your money in a stock, right? Averaging 10% return on investment. I would put it probably in like Solana, where they give you a 10% return, or USDC on Coinbase gives you a 10% return on your investment. It's so easy to get a 10% return on your investment, but to get to that lump sum, right? So let's work backwards. Right now you've got a sales job, or you're working a 9-to-5, and you've got some extra money, okay? You've got some extra money. This extra money does not go to Uber Eats. I remember when I made my first crypto bag, I told my girlfriend before it happened, I said, listen, we're not doing Uber Eats. We're not spending any money. I'm going all in it. By the way, it's much more difficult if you have a girlfriend, right? Because you have to take care of people, right? But if you don't have a girlfriend, you're even more in the clear, right? Or if you have a girlfriend that's with you and maybe she'll invest with you. For me, I just had to do it by myself. She supported me, but I had to I was taking all risk, right? I was a crazy motherfucker. So for you guys, any residual income you have, you should invest it in crypto. This is not financial advice. But the reason that the mainstream media tells you that crypto is volatile is because it is. And they don't want you to get rich. And so they tell you all of the bad sides of volatility. Oh, it can go down really, really fast. It'll go to 0. And heck yeah, it will. But 1% of the time, it'll go way high to the sky, and now you're rich. And all you need is to make that first bag. Because like I said, once you make the first 100K, once you make the first mil, once you make the first 10 mil, you're done, you're good. And then you can downshift from high risk portfolios to medium risk to low risk. You have to have a large appetite. You have to have a very large risk appetite if you want to make large sums of money extremely quickly. Now, for me, I'm racing my mentor Ted Carr to $100 million and then $1 billion. So I'm very high risk. If you just want to make $10,000 a month, you could literally just get a sales job and just make $10,000 a month. I want to get rich. So keep watching if you want to get rich. So number 1, get the sales job. You have to know how to talk to people, learn how to speak to people, watch my courses. It's very simple. Be a real human being, get in good shape, do the right thing, everything will be fine. Now you've got an extra probably $5,000 a month. Go on Twitter. Start researching. Follow Beanie, okay? Follow Temis. Follow Crypto Art Chick. And perhaps even buy into communities where there are successful people. For me, I'm in the Founders DAO for Pixel Vault. I've been with them for like 4 years now. And you hear things, little tricklings of what's going to happen always go into what people call the cabal, into these tight-knit groups. And you just pick up the breadcrumbs. And if you can pick up those breadcrumbs, I recently saw a play where somebody posted about Wool and Wolf Game and saying, guys, this is a crazy screenshot, take a peek. And the guy was saying, I'll never doubt Wolf Game again. And from that post, the next month, the coin 10x'd. Meaning if you put $10,000 in, you would make $100,000 in about 30 days. That happens all the time in crypto. And so if you want to get rich, you need to stack up that nest egg and start leveraging it. Okay, making smart investment plays. And by smart, I don't mean like you're going to get it 100% of the time. No, you just got to make more money than you lose. I've probably lost over $300,000 in crypto, but I've made double that. So as long as you're still in the game, you're still in the game. So step number 1, get a sales job, get a good job, get it, and by a good job, I don't mean 9 to 5. Get a job that pays you $10K a month. Start investing it. Number 2, find the right people to learn from. Best case, multimillionaires who are already successful and connected with other multimillionaires who already hear things, and then start copy trading. Start copy trading. Follow Ansem. Follow all of the most successful people. Get around other people who are trying to do this, because every single day, millionaires and billionaires are born just from crypto. It is insane. Okay? Step number 1, get the gosh darn job. Step number 2, start diversifying your portfolio or go all in on a coin, right? Not financial advice, by the way, not financial advice. Step number 3, make your first $100,000. Once you make your first $100,000, immediately take 50 grand out. What I recommend, take 50 grand out. Now you've got that stack. Okay, you've got 50 grand just chilling. Diversify your portfolio with that next 50K. If the bull run is over, step out and wait. Okay? If the bull run is not over, go for that milli. Because with $50,000, you could put 10K on 5 different coins. You get one right coin, that 10K, 100X's, you go from $10,000 to $1 million. Now you've got $1 million. When you have $1 million, and I say even when you get to the $500 to $1 million range, take all of it out. The bull run's most likely over, okay? Put that into USDC, put that into even Solana, but USDC is a beautiful stable coin to just keep it in, and you're gonna get 5 to 10% return on investment of that $500,000 to $1 million. That's $100,000, right? That's $50,000 to $100,000. Now sit on your hands until it happens all over again. The cycles will always continue. People will always tell you this is the last cycle. People will always tell you this time is different, it's gonna keep going. People always tell you it's not gonna go down. The cycle is very obvious. Go onto like Greed Tracker and look at the greed scale. There's a greed thermometer. When people start getting, when you start seeing people on social media talk about crypto, then it's time to sell. Like if you see your grandma like, oh, have you heard about Bitcoin? Then you know it's time to go. The telltale sign last time was people were all getting excited because like regular normies were making money with Doge and they're like posting on their Instagram. That was a sell. Everybody, I got out. Like, okay, now normies are doing it. Right now, the normies aren't in it yet. There's always a coin that gets all the normies in. When the normies are in, you get out. So those are the 3 steps, guys. 1, get a sales job. Sales will give you so much extra income to be able to make money. And if you have to start out as a DM setter, fine. I started as a DM setter, okay? And if you can actually make like $3,000 to $7,000 a month as a DM setter and still have all that time to research crypto and make millions of dollars. So that's a sales job in my opinion. Appointment setting makes freaking guap. So start there if you need to. After that, discovery calling, sales calling, COO, just get inside of a business that sells stuff. Get as close to the money as possible. Now that you've got extra money, especially if you're living somewhere cheap or you live with your parents, reinvest all of that into crypto. Reinvest all of that into crypto. And if you want, you can take the richest man in Babylon's advice and you could take 10% of the money that you make and just put it in a bank forever. That's a solid play. Just take 10% of what you make, never touch it, just put it in a bank forever. I don't really like banks. If I were to do it, I'd put in like USDC coins so I was getting like a good yield. But take that mindset, that framework, figure out where that 10% goes, never spend it. And then number 3, make the money, diversify, shift from high risk to medium risk to then low risk. Once you've got your $1 million to $10 million, and then congratulations, you're there. Now you have to figure out what you're gonna do with your life. Cool? I'll see you on the next one. Peace.